Good afternoon, good evening, and good night, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. It's Matt and Matt here. Mr. Matt and Matt. We're going to be playing a little bit of Chaosbane. New content out for the game. There is, of course, the new class, which is sort of newish, but I haven't checked her out yet, so that's what we're going to be doing right now. Going to be playing through as two dwarfs. Mr. Matt's currently checking out this tomb over here. He's waiting for the stream to pop up. Okay, good stuff. So I'm going to get the show on the road and go kill some stuff while Mr. Matt's doing that. And we're going to basically play through and just have a little bit of fun. There's going to be a second part of this. Aye!
We're under attack. They must be after Magnus.
Oh, aye! Look, it's Magnus! Good lord, the voice acting in this is so, like, cheesy. Oh, aye, look! There's some cultists! Aye, look at me, I'm a dwarf. Like, good lord, Mrs. Billy Connolly has just turned into a dwarf and blessed us with her presence. What's up, Eric? How's it going? What's up, Mac? Oh, level 2. Healing. Tutorial. Go away, pop-up tutorial. How can I turn you off? Okay, now I have to press Q. I've pressed Q. Now I have to talk to you. Now I have to talk to you. Now I have to grab these. Now I have to go I. Now I have to do this. Now I've done that. There we go. Now we can continue with our game. Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. Wait, look, there's some flames. Oh, aye. Flames. Oh, the voice actress is hilarious. Oh, it's hilarious. Okay, it's great because I can bring out my Billy Connolly accent. Why not have a little bit of fun with that? Bash, bash, bish, bash, bosh, bash. An archetype ability where I can pew pew smoke on the enemies. Warhammer stuff. Space. There we go. Now I can go in. Now I've pressed space. Remember to wipe your bum, otherwise you cannot continue. The flamethrower does work. It does. We're not going to go through all the cutscenes. I know you guys might not have seen him in a while, but you know, this won't be spoilerino. If we include all the text, we're going to be here for a while. I assume maybe we need to wait for Mr. Matt to finish them in order for us to continue. Is that Nicola Sturgeon? Oh, aye. Scotland and various Scottish things. Yeah, I think we have to wait for Mr. Matt. Chaosbane, ooh! We're going to skip all cutscenes, Mr. Matt. This might not be you. This might be the game goofing on us already. So if we've reached a black screen, hey, at least it's thematic given current events. I don't know. Everyone's... never mind. Never mind. Let's just not pursue that line of thought any further. So, I assume we're both black screen, are we, Mr. Matt? In which case we both need to restart the game. No, it's cool. You have skipped it, I have skipped it, and we're both stuck. Great. So, that's first a little hiccup. I guess I'm going to have to zap the game, get Mr. Matt back in. Off to a cracking start, black screen. Great. That's fine, man. It's cool. It's cool. Fantastic start. Great review. Would play it again. It's great. Just great. I haven't been in a rush to play this character because to me she looks like she belongs more in Age of Sigmar than Warhammer Fantasy. Like, she does not look like a dwarf engineer in my books. And my books are all that matter. But no, seriously though. Not all dwarfs do things and stuff and things. This is going in your Steam review. Good. Clear the throat. Right. Conversation here. Right, we've done that. Now we need to manage players. We need to add a player. No, we need to invite a friend called Mr. Matt. There we go. Mr. Matt's joining us. Lord of Comments. She's cute, but not as cute as Riddick. I can confirm. Are we talking about Vin Diesel? Or are we talking about... Okay, what are we doing here? We're going down into the sewers. Hey, let's go. Main quest. Let's do it. Right. Yeah, that's going in the Steam review. Got a black screen. It's fine. Everything is good. Right, come on, Mr. Matt. We got this. I like your ghost-like loading body when the frames aren't there. I shall make you a ghost. Okay. Right. Cooking nubs.
The
Ah, the pressure. It's not high enough. I'm sorry if anyone's watching right now that's Scottish, but I'm also sorry not sorry. Like, you guys have a cool accent, okay? Like, you've got all of the different Scottish accents going on, but this one is the smoothest. This is the having your genitals rubbed by chamois leather while talking. Slightly smooth and oh nice. Oh, so nice. Right, there we go. Right, let's rock down. It's only but yesterday that I was taking the mick out of a Scotsman, aka, well, a family member. Right, there we go. Got goodies, got goodies. Num, 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 num. Okay, so far abilities a bit sort of... I don't really like conal abilities, so I'm looking forward to getting rid of this. What does this do? Ah! I must wait! Okay. Oh, Matt's got a dash too. Okay, we've both got dashes. We're good. We're Gucci. Right. Dash. Oh my god. Oh, I could imagine the reviews on this accent. Like, I know a lot of the voices in this game are really like... The way I would describe it is if you met up with your friends and you all got like a little bit high and you decided to do impressions of what a teenage beastman would sound like, or a cringy stereotype dwarf. Not like bad cringe, not good cringe even, but bad cringe. And you basically end up with a voice acting from this game. It's pretty shocking. Have I tried shooting the gun yet, or just have to wrench? Occasionally you shoot. You basically do like whack whack pistol, whack whack pistol. Like, there we go. You do get actual rifle shots and such, but I have to build up to that. And like another ability, and I can also, I believe. I think if I do that, oh no, space. Like, it just seems so rubbish. Okay, let's right. More tunnels, more exploration. So they've added new enemies since the game's come out. There's 8 new enemies during the actual mission, and that's not including the new chapters too, because there's 2 new chapters in the game. So we obviously need to check those out. Looking forward to that. There is a waypoint now. Lack of a previous waypoint was a bit crap, so that's nice. We will be doing a separate playthrough for the Tower of Chaos as well, because, you know, the Tower of Chaos is basically the Greater Rift system implemented in this, and it's not as visually versatile, I'll give you that. It's one arena that constantly changes enemies, but I think it's a little bit cooler in concept because it's sort of like an infinite dungeon as such, even though it's the same 4 walls again and again and again. Right, what does this do? Oh, I can slam the floor. Oh, it's so nice. Right, let's try that. Pang. That's kind of cool. I still think this is an Age of Sigmar character, not Warhammer Fantasy, though. I'm sticking with it. Like, does anyone disagree with me? Does anyone disagree with that assessment? This is like hashtag this is not my fantasy. Wah. You know, I'm sorry to be the equivalent of a PC baby, but like I don't know, an IP protectionist. Don't lump me in with Arch Warhammer, please. Anyway, like any word, something elves. There we go. Thank you. That's my Alontir impression. I hope you like it. Doesn't feel like a fancy dwarf. Right, Louis with me. Louis with me. Right, we'll go down there to main quest. I will shoot the gun soon. But yeah, to me it doesn't look like a fancy dwarf from the old miniatures. It's not just because it's a gender bend, okay? It's not just because it's a whammon and wasn't expecting... it's fine to have a female dwarf engineer. Like, I don't know if it's canon or not. And dwarfs aren't like a sexist society at all. I've read loads of their canon recently while doing roleplay sessions, and to get a wife as a dwarf, like, you the man. Not many dwarfs get that honor, so it's like to get married is a hell of a big thing for a dwarf, and you know, it's like mad respect for your wife, like mad respect. So that's good to know. How many dwarfs they had on the front line in the engineering guilds of different genders? I mean, let's face it, when Warhammer Fantasy comes out, and gets rebooted, all of that canon will just be chucked out the window and they'll write what they like. But either way, the aesthetic of this character, regardless of gender, before I'm told I'm a right-wing Nazi, is that of Age of Sigmar. Like the weird twirly thing on the head, the oversized hammer. This is not dark. This is high fantasy, or I don't know, mid fantasy, not dark fantasy. But anyway, my visual aesthetical grumbles aside, yeah, seems all right. I need more abilities to provide any formal assessment. Okay.
Too much pressure.
Too much. That's one of those abilities that works on controller but nothing else. Hey, look. It's just the conal the conal ability, the traps. It doesn't quite do it for me. But we'll see. Like maybe her later abilities are a little more.
I'm out of fuel.
So when I think dwarf engineer, I think rifle, I think runes. Although you might have runes, you wouldn't necessarily create them, but you might use them. But that's the same for all dwarf heroes, so I guess that doesn't really count. I think bombs, like little handheld bombs.
I must wait.
Flamethrowers, yeah, I guess. That's more of like an Iron Drake thing, but no reason you couldn't go down that route. But this character seems really steampunk to me, at least, again, just in terms of aesthetics. Oh, you got a new pistol. There we go. Right. New mace. Right. She gets shotgun abilities or rifle abilities. She gets grenades. Yeah, I've seen the rifle. So I won't take too much of a look at the tree because I know she gets them fairly soon. So we won't be waiting for too long. And I'll probably try and have her as a ranged character. So I think that will trigger me less, you know?
Needs to be stabilized first.
Come on. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that, because that's built for controller, right? That's a twin stick mechanic. Because you can point it in one way while running in another, so if you're using WASD to run, then it works. But I don't think it works if you're not using WASD as movement.
Pressure needs to be
Okay, so we have 3. So we have... Oh, hell yeah. Blap, blap, blap. Blap, blap, blap. Blap, 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 blap. Okay. Blap, 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 blap. Blap. Blap, 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 blap. We'll get there. There we go. Right. And I think they changed the respecking feature in this game too, which is kind of cool. Right, let's group them up. Let's group them up, Mr. Matt. We're just going to group them all up. We're going to get loads of dudes. Loads of dudes. Loads of dudes. There we go. Come to me. Come to me.
I must wait.
That's how you do it. Ah! You don't die. Try not to die.
I need to wait for the pressure to build.
There we go. No triggers allowed, no guns allowed, melee characters only, no armor sets, let's. I very much enjoyed your English there. Very good. Is the story any good in this? It's very basic. Like, it's an ARPG, right? So there is a story or like a situation of what's happening, but it's like a skeletal story to allow you to go to different places bashing things. So, you know, let's not pretend that this is a narrative heavy. Like, it has some story stuff in it, and it's not bad, but it's like generic ARPG story, you know?
I must wait.
I'd very much like to lower the cooldown on my dash.
Pressure needs to be stabilized first.
Oh no, not one of those.
Still need to wait a few moments.
They're evil. They're evil.
I'm out of fuel.
Oh, wrong button. I need to change my key bindings. Hell yeah. We destroyed the Nurgling Horde. Okay, we're good, Mr. Matt. I'll let you take care of those. Oh dear. It's all about flames. Lots of flames. The build variety in this game does let it down a bit, and I know they are a little limited by the issue. Now I'm just going to go on my legendary tree real quick, because I probably have on my god tree, sorry, because I have a load of points to spend, I'm sure. So I think that's probably not a bad idea. What do we have here? Champion Death gives you critical chance bonus. That's kind of cool. Morgan's Might. Activate power of Morgrim to increase all damage dealt during the effect. Fire damage burns enemies. Physical damage inflicts bleeding, and high overheat levels won't cause an explosion. Or we have Move Mountains. Summon a turret of Morgrim that pounds the ground, dealing regular damage. Slowly stunning enemies over a wide area. Sure. I don't like that. That's not damagey. We'll go damagey. Okay. Can't use skills. Oh, you can't change your skills at the moment. Well, suck a dick. Right, we'll just carry on going then. Imagine if this had great story, though, with badass cutscenes. Yeah, it's difficult though with games like this, because the in-engine models don't really lend themselves to having pretty cutscenes. Like, you look at Necromunda, right? And the latest cutscene in that is very visually pleasing, right? Oh my word, I just did a grenade thing up in the sky and it was awesome. Like, the Unreal Engine lends itself very well to that, but clearly the models in that game are designed less for a top-down view. Like, the models in this game are fine, but I think with the best animators in the world, you'd still be left with something that looks kind of visually clunky. Oh, that's so cool. That's so cool. It's cool, but it's still not my Warhammer. I'm so old and miserable, it's great. It's the best thing about hitting 30 is you can just be grumpy about everything. Oh, a chest. Chest. Definitely want to work on my dash cooldown. Mr. Matt's doing all the work for me right now. It's all good. Oh, you got this, Matt. I'll get the chest. You carry on. Push forwards. I want my first yellow piece. Okay. Just slap the Engineer God into all of the skills. Pretty much. Okay, so I have one of my, like, ragey abilities ready. I don't really remember what they're called. The voice acting, I think, will get on some people's wick, because it is just a bit... like, it's silly. It's silly, basically. But if you've played these guys... If you've played their previous products, their games are silly. Like, How to Survive and How to Survive 2 were silly games. And they were fun, actually. They weren't perfect, but they were kind of fun. Try to get Tabletop Simulator to work for you so you can play 40k tabletop on it. Oh, wow. That'd be very nice. She's from Ironforge. Go a fire dot build. Okay, so I can do my legendary stuff now, right? Okay, so we'll equip some bits and bobs. There we go. So I've got all of my little machine pistols. Right, so we're going to go long rifle as my left click. No, oh no, you can't drag it down there, can you? You have to drag it up here. Goddamn. Let's just get rid of all of the others and see what else we need. We need mortar. We're going to have a mortar. Heavy pounding. We'll do that. Right click for the stream. Explosive rush on the one. That leaves one empty. Cool. So now we go down to passives, and we got this. Damage taken reduced based on overheat. That's kind of rubbish. Okay, so what else do we have? Experience bonus 20%. That's nice. Extra gold 20. Lucky charms. So we've got all of those bits and bobs now going for us. Cool. So now we've got some bonuses. We can go over on the god tree, and you can check out either of these to see what we can get. Engineer of War plays within damage reduction bonus for a few seconds while exploding projectile damage enemies around them. That's kind of cool. That's cool. What does Engines of War 3 get you? Oh. Ah, yeah, spacebar. Oh, no, yeah, spacebar does poo. Yeah, spacebar is the smoke ability, which I just think is rubbish. Place an enormous bomb on the ground that explodes after a few seconds and fragments into multiple smaller bombs. Explosions throughout shrapnel. That inflicts bleeding. That seems really cool to work towards. So we basically go here and right the way around to there. And then we want to get like the super duper bomb. Where is the super bomb? It should be like at the end of this, right? There we go. So how do we get to you? Right, so we have to go around here, around there, around here. And then we finally get experimental explosive mastered. And it can stun. Okay. 38 seconds. That's a long-ass cooldown. Melee attacks and explosions have a chance to stun. Like, I guess this is a bit of a stun class. What else do we have over here? Engines of War seemed okay. All players gain damage bonus, armor piercing damage taken, health restored. Yeah. It's kind of, neither of these seem particularly interesting. And you can heal players using the jet. Okay, let's just go down the damage one. Okay, and we got this. Well, yay. Okay, we've got an enormous bomb we can place on the ground. Glorious, glorious times. Okay. There's our explosive bomb. Yeah, it's kind of cool, I guess. Like, I'm not going to lie and say I'm in love, but don't forget to donate your items to the shop. Ah, yes. Right, quest rewards, got experience. Right, we'll head out and do that. It's not bad. It's not bad. I like the dash. The dash is cool. Right, so we'll do donation. Confirm trade. Ah! Okay, we'll do quick trade. Ah! The inventory's been changed as well, so you can get more stuff, and that's more of a tab system. So various QLL things have improved since the game came out. Yeah, what's up, Mink? This Warhammer game, this is, well, yeah, it's Diablo-like, kind of. It's Chaosbane. If you're not familiar with Chaosbane, we're going to skip cutscenes here. So now we have to go back down. We're now playing as 2 dwarfs. Out of the 5 available classes, we are the 2 dwarfs. And the game's actually had a fair bit of free content after release, which is, you know, it's nice. I'm not trying to oversell it, like this is not a perfect game. And other RPGs are available, and many people would be like, well, that one's better and it's cheaper. Yeah, but it's not Warhammer. Heavy pounding. Craigasm. Absolutely. Absolutely Craigasm. Okay, so now we've got a thing. Right. That's kind of cool. Now I need to get used to where the new buttons are. So we've got Iron Stake Superior. Okay, so one is that. Right click is Flamethrower. Be nice if that did a bit of a pushback. It's this one. Okay, we need to rush.
Too much pressure. I don't want to explode.
Okay, I will learn the abilities.
Wait a few moments.
Right, we're going to rush a little bit here because we need to shake a tail feather for this bit.
Still need to wait a few moments. I must wait.
Right, that'll do. Explosions everywhere.
I'm out of fuel right now. I must wait.
That's pretty cool, actually. That's pretty cool. I can... Okay. Okay, she is, like, playstyle-wise, she's kind of fun. I'll give her that. I'll give her that.
explode.
Where's that one? Oh, that. Okay, so what's the one I'm looking for? I was looking for number 2. Right, okay. Do. It's pretty cool, I have to say. It's pretty cool. Burn everything. Okay. Right, we need to get the others up because we've got 8 minutes. Da-da-dee, da-da-dee, da-da-dee.
Too much pressure. I don't want to explode. No. Still need to wait.
Oh, nice. Iron Dragon superior. Okay, that sounds good. Iron Dragon sounds good. Mr. Matt's currently mopping up.
Pressure needs to be stabilized first. I'm out of fuel right now.
Operation Cleanup. That's Mr. Matt's current. It's mopping up all the people that I do a little bit of damage and then I leave them. Because I'm a lazy dwarf. Okay. Let's group them up. Group them up. Group them up. More for the groups. More for the groups. That's pretty cool. Like, come on, that's pretty cool. I'll give you that. I'll give you that, game devs. I'll give you that. Okay. Yeah, I need to bust a move.
Too much pressure.
There's 3 of them here.
Too much pressure. I don't want to explode.
Okay.
I must wait.
Oh, we're doing one of those. That's it, Mr. Bat. You can do this, I believe in you. Bat! Those guys are so sneaky. That explosion, man, gets me far too much. I won't, and I'll do, and I'll sing, and I'll do. Right, got him. You are welcome. We got you. I'm missing all the gems. I know, it's fine. Okay, group them up. Oh, there's a chest down there. God damn it. Okay. That's cool. I'm still enjoying that. That's not got old yet. Sound like a random champion? I think so, actually.
Too much pressure. I don't want to explode.
That doesn't do a lot. That does not do a lot. Flaming, however, normally does a lot. Okay, everywhere is kind of overstatement. Oh, I need to catch up with chat to see what that's in reference to. Okay, gonna group up, group up, group up. Group up, group up, group up. This way's fine, this way's fine, this way's fine. Come on, to be. Oh, that's so good. I'm very satisfied with this build. Despite the fact I'm sure it's incredibly suboptimal. Hey, my first yellow piece.
I won't.
Right, we've got 4 minutes to get the next 2, so that's fine. We'll go up here. Right. Has spamming that too much pressure? You don't want to explode is kind of annoying. Yes. Yeah, the voicing in this game is at times a little frustrating. The problem is as well as I am spamming buttons that I shouldn't be spamming. But that's sort of natural with this type of game, right? Ah, dear. Right, Nurgle Spawn. Can confirm. How's it going, alien? Right. Giggity goo, giggity goo. Giggity goo. Giggity goo. Right.
Too much pressure. I don't want to explode.
Quite like this overhead smash.
I'm out of fuel right now.
Ah. That makes very short work of your heat.
I'm out of fuel right now.
There we go. Back to just... I seems like, and I might be wrong, but it seems like this class gives you a fair bit to do. Sometimes you're just spamming 2 buttons again and again with a build, but this feels fairly engaging. Right, yeah, that'll do. Right. Nom 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 nom. Now we can just leave. Congratulations. We survived. Oh, take all the goodies we can. And I think the exit's right here. Hey. The maps, yeah, still repetitive. I mean, they always were. They're still... I don't know. I think if you don't play this too often, it's easier. I mean, that kind of goes without saying, right? But... oh, very nice. A bit more defensive. Yeah, a bit more defensive. Okay. Zufbar mitts. So we've got our different wardrobes up here. That's the thing. God skill tree. We've got another 3 points available. So we can work down to here. Damage, max energy, shell shocked. Melee attacks and explosives have a chance to stun enemies. I mean, that's kind of cool, right? So we'll work down here and we'll head towards the super explosive master. Because I think that's just going to be interesting to unlock. And we can check out our skills too, just briefly. So long rifles upgraded, Iron Dragon superior. So send forth continuous stream that burns enemies, reduces overheating generated by the skill. So damage increases a little bit. Sure, we'll upgrade to that. Other than that, not much new that we've got. So we got that. We have alternating pistons. Regularly alternates between damage reduction bonus and damage bonus. Huh. Interesting. I can't say that I'm like super mad keen on that, but sure, why not? Vermintide can get pretty repetitive too. Play it occasionally though. Oh, absolutely. It's another game that is fun, as long as you don't play it too much. Play it every now and again, and you like Vermintide is a good game. Like, it's well constructed, well crafted. It's good at what it does, and it needs that damn PvP that was announced like a year ago to be implemented, so I have the, you know, the motivation to play it a bit more. Oddly enough, just before I played this, I was checking out some of the Steam comments, and I saw there was quite a bit of like, oh my god, why are you making PvP? You don't understand this community. And I'm like, well, Left 4 Dead, hello. Like, Left 4 Dead spawned that genre of game, like cooperative horde shooter. I don't know what you'd call it or classify it as. But it was like the main selling point. Yeah, no one likes the latest DLC on Vermintide 2. Like, you're paying a hell of a lot for... Blair, basically. Blair, you know. Oh, that's so satisfying. Where are you, Mr. Bat? I need my hero. I think I've left Mr. Matt in the dust. There he is, he's loaded in. Oh, yeah, now loads you directly into where your buddies are. That's cool. Okay, so let's group them up. Let's groupity group. Group. Then we do Oh, that's how we do it. That's how we do it. That's nice. Although I'm pretty sure her spacebar ability doesn't do that much damage. Like, in terms of this game, right? This game is... And I haven't done a quick fire review for this, and I really should. This game is a fun little couch co-op for 5 or 6 hours. And you might get a friend over every now and again, play it a little bit more. Like, some people that prefer slightly, let's say, alternative ARPGs, maybe it would, you know, maybe it'll do a bit better. But for me, it's that's where it is on my shelf, you know. If I get friends around and we're like, oh, we want to play some 4-player, I'd be like, okay, let's just do a fresh playthrough of this. That's where it belongs. This is not a Diablo 3 competitor. This is not even an Inquisitor Martyr competitor in that sense. But the combat of the game is moderately well done. Like, I think that's... It has elements of it that are, you know, there's a bit of fun to be had. However, it would be one of my games that I would pick up on sale. Bit too expensive for what it's offering. Magid, yeah, I don't disagree with that. It's sort of one of those games that if it's £15, you're going to be like, yeah, okay, I'm up for playing that like a little bit here and there with some friends. If you're being asked to pay like £30, yeah, they did a better job than Martyr. They did, in terms of like what they did better at, actually the enemy design and the ability design, the skill system and all of that. Despite the fact it's not perfect, it leaves you with a combat system that is more fun than Martyr's because it feels like a pretty fluid ARPG. Like, I genuinely think that aspect has been done well. Like, this is more interesting to do than Martyr. However, Martyr captured the aesthetic that this didn't, and it gave it a bit more atmosphere and character. And even in terms of like story, Martyr was definitely superior. Voice acting, selling the setting, Martyr did that much better. But each game has their, you know, their ups and downs. Neither are perfect.
Too much pressure. I don't want to explode.
Right. Oh, piece of candy. There we go. Nom 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 nom.
Still need to wait a few moments. I must wait.
So is this a new shaman? I think that is a new enemy. That's one of the shaman. Nice. Martyr got a larger budget. I imagine so. Martyr's studio was about 70 people by the time they'd finished Martyr. I think it was between 50 and 70, depending on development. This has... So, and that maybe goes some way to explain the quantity of what was produced. This has a skill system more similar to Neocor's older game, though, Van Helsing. It's not exactly the same at all, but it has more in common with that than Martyr does. I do still think the design choices for Martyr in some way are... or have led to a lot of the grumbles. The skill system, the weapon system. It took them a long time to introduce enough customization to really feel like you get your own builds. They've really improved the game, though, over the past couple of years. Like, it is better than it used to be. Anyone that says it isn't is just a hater and hasn't actually checked it out. Like, maybe it's still not good enough to be... you know, to tear you away from your PoE leagues. Fair play. I get that. Because it, like, if you love that game, then fair enough, it won't be. Ba 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 ba. Nice. All the explosions. All the explosions. Martyr is so much fun. Still playing weekly. Oh, nice, Magid. Like, it makes me happy that people still have a load of fun in it. I like the game. I like it. I don't love it, but I do like it. They should have given me a license to the chapter master guy. It's a bit more complicated than that. The thing is if he had a license, then he would be incredibly pissed off to find out you can't just put what you want in a game, you know? That's not how GW works. You can't be like, this would be good for the game, I'd like to put it inside. And then go, oh yeah, it's good for the game, you can put it inside. It's quite, as far as I'm aware, they are fairly protective of the IPs, so there's always a bit of a, they may change their tune, and I do think they need to be giving developers more flexibility. It's like Martyr, for example, right? Relic weapons would have been good. Relic weapons would have made the game more interesting. and yet they couldn't implement them because GW said no. So they did actually work around it though, and they did exactly what they needed to do anyway, which was just have weapons with more varied and random stats. Like, they didn't have to be relic weapons, it just would have been cool for players to see. But then you look at the new Necromunda game, right, and you've got this what looks like it could be a piece of feckin' Archaeotech jumping out of the floor. So maybe they're changing their tune a little bit. I don't know, but I would say it would be unfair to say that GW is the fault for, you know, all of the features you need in games not being added, because that's not true. A lot of it's developer capacity, developer design choices, you know. No matter what GW says, you can still make a decent game out of it. CA, a big company that fit Warhammer into their existing IP format. Yeah. I mean, Total War was a bit of an exception. You've got a AAA company that's willing to invest a huge amount of staff, albeit the amount of work, like, they're not creating something from scratch. They're using their own engine that's already there. They're taking advantage of a lot of stuff already in place, probably recycling a lot of animations, but still they chose to do it. But I think for Total War, there was such an appetite for it that it's fine, you know. I think it worked out fine. There are definitely other genres that could do that, like RTS companies could probably do the same thing, but I don't think it's going to be... It's sad to say that AAA games are not, and have not been, like, the bread and butter for Games Workshop games for a long time, not since the days of Relic. But with all the money they're starting to shift into it, like with the TV show, like, GW are really starting to push themselves a little bit. So it looks like to me, anyway. I say it looks to me like, with the increased profitability that you're seeing from GW stuff, you're going to see more and more AAA games. Like, we've got the developers of World War Z that are now making a game, and World War Z was a AAA game. Like, whether you've heard of it or not, it doesn't matter. It's a AAA game, and it's a competent game. Again, whether you like it or not relevant. It's like, the animations are good, the audio's good, the content delivery's been frequent. By all metrics, it's a good game. It's an oversaturated genre, fine. Like, maybe it was a little content light at launch, fine. It's not perfect, but... Hey, Mr. Matt, what up? Welcome to my, welcome to my little Nurgle fun here. We got this. Easy peasy. I'm looking forward to see what they do for 40k, basically. World War Z, like, even their multiplayer in World War Z is perfectly competent. If that was just 40k skin on it, perfectly competent game. You love BioWare Warhammer game. Project Red, Rockstar. Yeah, the thing is with Project Red is they've got such a great IP already. I would be amazed if they were to invest their time into it, because they'll just make more money by making another Witcher game, you know? Like, it's a massive investment, but they've got, like, such a great reputation, the last thing they want to do is risk it. They could just make Witcher, and, you know, it's you can't go too far wrong, as long as you keep making sensible improvements. If they reskinned one of their games into a Warhammer game, I think it would be less popular than if they just made improvements on an existing game. So I'd love to see them do that, but... it would be a dream come true, but I'm not holding out too much hope. Right, there we go. GTA? Oh, GTA! Like, I tell you what, Grand Theft Auto as Gorka Morka would be the best. GTA Gorka Morka skin, that would be so good. Steal some trucks, you know. Pick up some mushroom ladies. Take her out for a while. That would be so great. Love seeing a female dwarf engineer. She looks sweet. Her abilities are growing on me. I still think she looks like Age of Sigmar, which is fine if you like Age of Sigmar. But I still think she looks like she belongs in Age of Sigmar. But then again, this whole game is a little bit twee for Warhammer Fantasy. And that's not bad. Like, it's fairly light, not too dark. Oh, speaking of that, looking forward to Baldur's Gate as well. God, that's going to be... Cannot wait for Baldur's Gate. So excited. But in terms of how this class plays, like, the ability set that I've seen thus far seems pretty cool. I need to actually have a little study of what else is available, but... because I've not really been paying much attention. That'd be nice to go to a new chapter soon. So, I mean, it was an issue when this game came out, and it still is an issue now that biome diversity is, you know, limited, in a word.
My vital signs are weak. No, still need to wait a few moments. No, pressure needs to be stabilized.
That's a new model, Minotaur. It's pretty cool as well. I mean, I dig him.
Too much pressure. I don't want to explode.
Right, let's give you a cheeky boop. Boop on the snoot. BG3 seems like a reskin of DOS2. Whew. Have I played the Warhammer Fantasy roleplay game? Is this the MMO? I haven't played the MMO. I've played the tabletop roleplay game, but I don't know which one you're referring to. But maybe. Tabletop. Yes, my friend. I have an entire YouTube channel dedicated to it, Roll Corruption. So if you would like to see a campaign, head on over to Roll Corruption for Games Workshop TTRPG content.
Too much pressure. I don't want to explode.
Are your posts invisible? No, they're not, Captain. I'm sorry, but I can only see the last 5 comments. So if yours gets flooded out, and I can't play this game very easily while looking at chat, so I'm only looking over like once every minute. If your comment gets lost and I don't answer, just type it in again. You won't get told off for spamming chat or anything, and that's because it's my fault. We can see your comments. Still need to wait a few.
No, pressure needs to still need to wait a few moments. I'm out of fuel right now.
Right, we'll see what other abilities we've unlocked after this. Might be a couple of new ones. Get out of it. Look at him go. Murdering everything. Hey, thank you for the follow, my friend.
I'm out of fuel right
Oh, we've got some sponsors. Oh, a new sub as well. All sorts of things. All sorts of things going on at the moment. Right, come here. Okay, I'm trying to go glass cannon just to make the leveling side of things a little bit easier. Although, if you can spec into AoE, that's kind of my suggestion for leveling in this. Like, I'm sure there are builds that are better than other builds.
I must wait.
But it's always a good idea to have lots of AoE because, you know...
Too much pressure. I don't want to explode.
Don't want to explode. And you can do 4-player on this too, which is pretty cool. Right. We actually have to leave the sewers. Oh, that's nice. Oh, that's nice. Daka, 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 daka.
No, still need to wait a few moments. Too much pressure. I don't want to explode.
Got him. Got him in the end. Okay. Right. Back this way, I guess. Hey, Hydro, what's up, Binary? Thoughts on this versus Inquisitor Martyr? Two very different games. This has more fun combat, but it's a flash-in-the-pan game that you'll play for a few hours, then you'll be bored. Martyr, although this game now has a few other new features that will keep you going for longer, so a few hours is a bit of an understatement. But the game does get repetitive quite quick. Martyr also gets repetitive, but it has more stuff to it. Will keep you going for a bit longer, but the actual core combat, I think, is slightly less satisfying than this. Deathwing is Left 4 Dead-like. It is a bit, really. A very simplified form of it. Not a bad game. Contrary to common belief, I think there is fun to be had in that game, and if you don't like it, bite me. Nah, I'm joking. I'm not joking. I'm completely serious. It's not perfect. It had loads of issues at launch. It's not the best game in the world. I've certainly played better, but playing it at max difficulty with friends, I've had a lot of fun. And I know, play any game with friends, Hydra, you'll have fun. Yeah, sure. But I definitely had a fair bit of fun in that. Alright, I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then I get to there. And I can also get, 40% critical damage. Okay, looking forward to that. So, let's have a quick check of skills. So, we've got this. We've hardly unlocked anything, it would seem. Heavy pounding. I'm such a child. Creates explosion on impact. Sure. So we'll go for superior heavy pounding. Forge launcher. Okay, so we want to go for more of these things. So we've got mortar. Actually, I'm not such a fan of heavy pounding. You can quote me on that. What's this? Upgraded radiator. So we could go for both of those. I'm less fond of that. So we could go for the two of... Oh, you can only have one. Okay, great. Melee attacks and explosions have a chance to stun. Well, we'll stick that in because we've unlocked it. It would be rude not to use it. Righto. Let's crack on. Your game just froze. Oh no, Mr. Matt. I'll send you an invite. I prefer my poundings to be gentle. Yes. With sweet nothings being whispered in my ear. Deathwing was fun, max difficulty with friendly... Yeah, with friendly fire on. With friendly fire switched off, Deathwing was far too easy and a bit of a joke. With it switched off, good lord. Like, you had to be very careful about using your weapons. And that really, really changed the feel of the game for me. I would say this game and Martyr are two very different games. This is... If you want a couch co-op, I think this is a better experience, although both now deliver it. But I think this is a slightly better experience. This focuses on fairly fun, easygoing combat that's, you know, kind of light on the stressful side. Martyr has a lot more depth in customization, so it's a little more number crunchy. And certainly a slower game to trudge through. Deathwatch. Yeah, Deathwatch is different to Deathwing, though. Deathwatch is different to Deathwing. Deathwatch, I think, was a mobile port, but I believe a fairly popular one. I've never actually played it myself, so I shouldn't really comment. Right. Let's try this. Oh, my word. Oh, my God, yes. Do I build up pressure naturally, or do I have to... I found my calling in life. I found my calling. It is in the form of a bazooka. Now I just need a way to generate loads of this stuff quickly. Definitely prefer her as a range character. That seems to do an obscene amount of damage compared to some of the abilities anyway. Very nice. Okay. This character's growing on me. Quite a lot, actually. Oh, I'm scared. So what we'll try doing is we'll do one of these. We'll do a bomb. We'll do a mortar call. And then we'll just fire some of these. Oh my god, everything's dead. It's all dead, Jim. It's all dead, and we'll just toasty flamethrower for a bit to finish. Oh, right, I'm done. I'm done. That's actually kind of... Okay, so what we'll do is we'll do... What are these? What are these? Oh, the AoE is very tasty. Dong, 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 dong. Can't see that sound effect getting annoying. Okay. Eternal Crusade pretty much supposed to be planet-side? Yeah, originally, until they couldn't make planet-side, then they had to do other stuff, and it ended up being totally different. Oh, this is a boss killer, this build. Look at that. It's not even a build, it's just an ability. I got gems, all my gems. I don't even know what you use gems for anymore. Not even sure. Used to use them to respec, but thankfully someone just realised it's not fun to do that. Don't worry, Mr. Matt, I got this floor. I see they did. Yeah, just arrived. Oh. Blessing weapons. The dwarf has some really cool abilities, to be fair. Okay. Both dwarfs have cool abilities. Can confirm. I don't want to explode. That is not my favourite voice line in the world. Okay, there's another 40k MMO that got cancelled, wasn't there? Age of something. Oof, I'm not sure. This year should be an interesting year for games. We've got the Focus Home Interactive stuff that I don't know when it's coming. But we've certainly got Necromunda coming out. We'll have another major DLC for Martyr. Oh, so tasty. So tasty. Right, let Mr. Matt deal with that.
Too much pressure. I don't want to explode.
I think that stuns enemies by the looks of it. Looks like it might. Either way, pretty damn awesome. Oh. Right, oh, we're nearly at this bit, okay. Which I think means that we're nearly at the end of the first chapter. Yeah, biome diversity in this is definitely more of a problem than Martyr's. Martyr has you feeling like the gameplay is very static. This has you feeling like the maps are very static. I don't know which one I prefer. Both are repetitive in different ways. What's up, Vib? You wouldn't really prefer it as an action game that really rate... Marty, get rid of that leveling grind. They improved it. But it's still fairly slow to level. But it's much better than it was. Because it used to be like you hit 30 and then they were just like, okay, here's like a Japanese like MMO grind for you. Have fun trying to get like 5,000 enemies to level up. It felt like that anyway. It wasn't necessarily exactly that bad, but... Oh dear. Oh dear. Not the poison. Go away. Ah, help me. Help me. Need to regen some damn help. Damn health. Okay, I've got health. Yeah, I didn't have a potion ready, but it was on cooldown. It was on damn cooldown.
Too much
Nice. God, this thing is quite something.
Nope. Still need to wait a few moments.
Nearly got you. Come on, Tubby.
I must wait.
There we go. Teamwork. Oh, he's got the bleed ability. Once you get bleeds in this game, god damn, man. Bleeds are nasty.
Need to wait a few moments.
Oh, not the best bomb. Not the best bomb. Not too proud of that.
Don't want to explode.
Not too proud.
Bah.
Come on. Heal.
My vital signs are weak. Too much pressure. I don't want to explode. Nope. Still need to
Right,
wait a
there
few
we go. Wow. They're a bit of a dick to kill, aren't they? Oh, God. I really need last epoch. Yeah, I know. The problem with the MMOs at the moment is people get stung with promises by game developers. I think the problem with MMOs is no one wants to, like, pay the price to make one. And no one seems to make one as good as WoW, so what's the feckin' point, you know? Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, legit amazing MMO. Still kind of flopped. Like, it hung in and kept on to a player base for quite a while, but it still had to close down, despite my view at least that it was probably the better of the MMOs I've played. Yeah, like, it was a good game. Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic was a good game, but I think they still got to a point where they're like, okay, we have to, like, slow down work on this because we don't have the player base. Yeah, it's still up, but didn't they, I'm pretty sure they, like, came into some difficulties. Maybe they didn't. Maybe I'm imagining that. I thought they did. Final Fantasy, yeah, 14. Yeah, that's good. And I love ESO. Very different games. Yeah, Star Wars took a long time to get the end game out. But the PvP was great. I loved it. It's the only game MMO I've played where I listened to every single bit of voice acting in that entire game. Through, like, I played all of it. And it was just great. It was just great. I miss Vanity Diamond, my bounty hunter. She was bae, she was life. She was so cute. She was so cute. Right, God skill tree, down 2 points. Hey, there we go. Melee attacks and explosives have a chance to stun enemies. My stun chance has increased. Do. There we go. Anything else I can do here? Figured out the second weapon slot. Derp. You do have 2 axes. You might be doing more damage now, Mr. Matt. Right, okay, so we've got Long Rifle Superior. Use a rotary part of the hammer to mangle enemies. Now that sounds poo. So what does this one do? Generates energy, ignores armor? Okay, just a better version. That'll do. Star Wars VR games are great, but too short. Oh, I really enjoy Bridge Commander. I think it's amazing. If just a bit dumb, but amazing. Both light and dark, playing on release. Didn't know what to do because it had been a week since release. Oh, man, I had such a great time playing through that game. Great leveling experience from an MMO. I think the problem is, if anything for that game, is they put such a great time into the leveling experience that I was kind of left... Oh, god damn it, I have to go down here. I think that the end game just didn't exist. But it was really good during the leveling process. Like, I know endgame was implemented eventually, but yeah, it just wasn't really... It wasn't a selling point for the game. However, the multiplayer in it was much, much better, in my opinion, than something like World of Warcraft. Just, that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Crotch Goblin is usually £20. Okay, well, that's good to know. I don't know how I feel about crotch goblins, honestly. I don't know. Okay. This is interesting. Right, let's group them up. We'll do it. We'll group them up. Whole map, let's go. Right, everyone with me, with me. With me.
Too much pressure. Don't make it to explode. Too much pressure.
Oh, shut up, you bloody... Too much pressure. Getting on my way, tits.
I don't explode.
Was that the sorcerer? I think it is. Okay, so he's doing walls of do not pass. I'm not entirely sure what they do. That's doing a nice amount of damage. Oh, we're summoning stuff too. Very nice. One of those, and... Hey, very nice. Another sorcerer. Come back here. Jonk, 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 jonk. That'll do. I could get the chest, but I don't have time. Ain't got time for that. Too busy right now. I'm being awesome. Okay. Cool shaman. Oh, wow. Okay, you got some stuff going on.
I must wait.
Okay.
I
That's gonna hurt. Boom, kaboom. Ugh. I think the wizard has the coolest spacebar ability. But this one's as, you know, she's not terrible. We're nearly at Papa Nurgle, so I feel like we should probably try and get there, right?
Pressure. I don't want to explode. No, still need to wait a few moments.
Oh, 17, very nice.
No, still need to wait a few
You'll be playing New Worlds. Camelot Unmade will never be released. I tell you what I do need to play a bit more is Bannerlord, because I genuinely quite liked Bannerlord.
need to wait a few moments.
It was an interesting game. I'd really like a Warhammer mod for it, though, before I play more. Need a cough.
Too much pressure. I don't want to explode.
Right, there we go. Excuse me, got the coughs.
Don't want to explode.
Oh, look at Mr. Matt go. The hero, the legend,
Pressure. I don't want to
ouch.
explode. Not feeling
Uh-oh.
well at all.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
I must wait.
So many uh-ohs. Hey, we did it. We did it. We did it.
Too much pressure.
Oh, Jesus. Those guys are tough if you don't have, like, an infinite charging ability. Like, unlimited dashes. Okay, let's keep going. Oh, God. Up we go. Oh, do I have to resurrect you? My bad. Ah, there we go. Congratulations. If I go north, Mr. Matt, and you go south, we'll meet in the middle.
I need to wait for the pressure to build.
Right, that's it.
I must wait to wait for the pressure to build.
Lols. Come on, bang, 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 bang.
Now. I must wait.
Oh my word. These sorcerers. Why don't you die? There we go.
No! Still need to wait a few moments.
Okay.
Too much pressure.
We got this, Mr. Matt. We got this. I leave the chest. I don't have time. Bit repetitive. Could definitely summarize this right now. It's just too long in one biome. Like they had to mix them up. Like sewers needs to be broken down into like 2 or 3 biomes. Like the maps themselves are fine, but you just do them for too long.
I must wait.
Reasonable amount of damage, actually. Okay, the combat in Bannerlord was absolutely top tier. Yeah, I mean, the combat was interesting. I prefer Mordhau for the actual combat, you know? Oh, okay, we've done a thing. Like, I think Mordhau just executed it infinitely better. But it was still, like, the unit building, the management of one's army, it's a really, really cool system. I just need a dwarf mod where everyone's made into dwarfs from Warhammer, you know? And there are mods in there where you can do it, but I couldn't get my head around how to get it to work. Did Mr. Matt have to go? Oh, he's done it. He's done it. The legend. The man, the myth, the legend. Dwarf for life. That's right, GK. Dwarfs for life. Right, so we'll wait for Mr. Matt to come back and we'll march on ahead. Onward to victory! Okay, maybe we'll just go forward a little bit. Has he already gone through here? Has he already killed everything for me? Ah. We'll skip the cutscene. Run away! Nurgle, snurgle, snurf, snurf.
Too much pressure. I want it to come out right now.
That's very cool.
Nope. Still need
Is
to
it
wait
me
a
or
few
does this a bit...
moments.
Okay, no, this one does actually do a bit more damage, just not a massive amount.
Nope. Still need to wait a few moments.
Daka, 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 daka.
Oh, still need to wait a few moments.
Nearly there. Nice. Take the relics in the chests. Ah, my word, it says bet. Ancient ring. Oh my god, did I get a red one? Family pendant. No, it's not a red. I've got a big red one. Ah, I'm Teclis. Something, something, elf, something. Move forward, elf, something, something. There you go. Everyone's up to date with the plot. I will upgrade my mallet. My ring. Cool pistol. Cool that. Do. And can't change skills at the mo. Yay, quest rewards. Yay, we got things. There we go. Right, next room. You've heard from a very good friend working on the unnamed games studio. She reckons COVID-19 has been good for the games industry and game studios still be developing games while working from home, which has led to free creative input into games being made without Mr. Business on their shoulders saying nope. I mean, yeah, I can get that. Certainly, greedy corporate evilness is certainly a bad thing for games. The best game... One of my favourite games ever played was made by one dude. If you haven't played the Obra Dinn, Return of the Obra Dinn, it's a cool as hell game. Right, main quest. We're going to do one more mission, Mr. Matt. We're going to grind and push through this. We can do this. We just got to believe. Just got to believe. I'd like to do the... Oh, no, it's this one. Fine. Yeah, okay, we're going to do this. Then I will cook. Does anyone have the time in the UK right now? Because my window key doesn't work in this game.
I'm out of fuel right now.
Does anyone have any clue what time it is? Minecraft is one dude. Yep. Okay. Come on. Ah. Oh, I like the explosion at the end. 6 p.m. my time. Thank you, Mr. Matt. Right. I just literally cannot alt-tab out of this game. I prefer the Yorkshire Dwarf than the Glasgow Dwarf. I really do. Ah, youngie. You can't do the Kazaraki. Something racky, fracky dacky. That's ugly. That's your Yorkshire Dwarf. But then you could go for the Scottish Dwarf. Oh, aye. I'm going to Kazakh Ungor. It's too much pleasure. It's not the same as Bardin. Bardin, the Yorkshire man, is the superior dwarf. I'm calling it now. Thank you, Dad, man. Thank you. Much appreciated, my friend. Okay, so we will be doing a separate stream showing off the Tower of Chaos. Yeah, because that's the new sort of quote end game content. But I think what I might do first is level up this girl and then actually, you know, do some grinding inside the Tower of Chaos. So I might do another stream or two of just leveling. There's also the Tomb Kings and the Nuln expansion for this, so, you know, there's notably more content than when the game first came out, which is nice. They're adding customization on race for WoW. One of the new hairs of the dwarf is a mohawk. Oh my god, Slayers have come to WoW. Copyright infringement. My copyrights. There we go. Oh. There we go. Hey, there we go. Nice job, my friend. Victory is assured. Oh, good lord. Yorkshire Dwarfs should just talk about Yorkshire. That's what a true Yorkshire Dwarf would do. I'm from Yorkshire, and I like Yorkshire tea. And I like my Yorkshire bath. And I go to shop for Yorkshire brew. But that's pretty much why dwarfs are from Yorkshire, right? Is because that's their stereotype. Well, my cousin liked to do this, and he likes to do that, and my cousin's all about this, and my clan, and my doodah. Like, that's a Yorkshire way of talking. It's not offensive. If you're offended, no. Like, you should be proud. Is there anywhere to talk about Yorkshire lass? Is there anywhere else to talk about? You've lost me. This game isn't Blood Bowl. No, it's not Thorg. It's Chaosbane. Dwarfs in Total War don't talk like the stereotype, though. No. Not many do. Oh, look at him getting me all the gems. I think... I had a girlfriend from... I know it was Lancashire. Yeah, she did that. It's a different accent from Lancashire. And I wouldn't like to repeat the Lancashire one because I can't get that right. But I definitely prefer a Yorkshire dwarf to a Scottish dwarf. If I have a choice, you know, if I have a choice. Basically because Bardin is boss, right? Bardin is boss. Aye, because of Thagaraki. Two rat ogres walking down the road. One rat ogre says to the other one... there needs to be a punchline for that. I don't have one yet, but... Squeak! We're working on it. It's a work in progress, all right. You're a Yorkshire lass, and as the Hail and Pace sketch on Yorkshire Airlines sketch. If it ain't Yorkshire, it's shite. Yeah. The Yorkshire accent is just such a friendly one. Like, I know it like you shouldn't necessarily attach a tribute to that because that's how like all the classes and the stuff and everything that goes wrong in the world and I don't know, and or everything evil or bad happens, but it is a friendly sounding voice. And it's also partially because the people from there and their culture is that of being friendly, whereas if you're from London, the culture is that of don't talk to anyone, and if anyone's trying to talk to you, they're probably trying to mug you. Like, that's what you assume if you're from London. Do not talk to strangers. Like, especially if they seem nice, you know? And if they're a tourist, oh my god, just run away. Captain's from Lancashire? Oh my god. We got the king and the queen in the north. Is anyone from the south, or is it just me? Right, we got this. Muddling Yorkshire, Lancashire together. Oof, that's paddling. That's a paddling. I can't remember all of the quotes from that. Used to wake up and go to bed. That's a paddling. There we go. Oh, that's such nice damage. That's a paddling. Oh. Tentacles up the butt. That's a paddling.
No. Still need to wait.
But yeah, this dwarf sadly is a little bit triggering because she's a bit too, as Eddie Izzard would say it, she's a bit too much of the chamois leather, sort of Scottish. This way, I think. Follow the trail. Hey, you found the trail. Up north, if you could pull up and ask for directions, we'll get in the car with you. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Stop off at your nan's on the way there and make a brew. Yeah, definitely. Like, I went to the Lake District, right? And this was the scariest thing in the world to me as someone that's from the south. And we were walking around a lake, and someone came up to me, and you'd never guess what they said. Like, you would not believe it. If you're from the south, you'd be like, whoa, really? Someone came up to me, and they said, hey, how you doing? Having a nice day? What you up to? And for the love of God, I nearly shit myself because I thought I was about to get mugged. Because I'm from the south and no one does that here. That is paddling the school canoe. Yeah. Paddling the school canoe. Oh, that's a paddling. Right, we're going to go to Nurgle's lair. We're going to try and do this. You got pulled over by police and locked down in Yorkshire. Copper asked while you was out. He said you had to run out of tea. He said that's serious. Send you on your way. But you know what? I would imagine that is a completely serious comment. Okay, we may have to call it after this because my will to continue is dwindling. Hey, thank you for the follow, my friend, or sub. I will look in a moment. Nope. I like the rifle shot at least. That's cool. I like a bit of that. That's a paddling. Come on. Hey, there we go. Alcohol was invented by Southerners so they can have children. That's so sad because it's so true. Yeah. Intercourse without alcohol is just far too personal. We prefer to not remember it the next day and just assume that we hugged and never talk about it. That's why we call it doing the dirty. It's how you feel afterwards. Shame. Shame. Like, it could be to your wife and you still be... Shame. Southerners are weird, man. Southerners are weird. We apologise for looking at someone. Like, oh, sorry. It's a very strange thing. It's a very strange thing. Your granddad, who's Irish, said that God gave the Irish alcohol so they wouldn't take over the world. Yeah, that's also a very good theory. That is a very good theory.
Too much pressure. I don't want to explode.
Please stop talking about exploding and pressure. I am about to... I need to reach his lair, but I actually have no idea where it is. Chaos Warriors are so cool, man.
No. Still need to wait a few moments.
Come on, pressure.
Vital signs are weak.
Crap.
I must wait.
I don't think it is actually this way. I think I've led you astray. Because it doesn't have any frickin' waypoint on this. It can actually suck a dick.
Too much pressure. I don't want to explode.
Come on. Yeah, I think I've taken you the wrong way, Mr. Map. I owe you an apology. Your opinion in your new class is a cute dwarf girl. She's pretty cute. Like, I'm not going to take that away from her. She's pretty cute. She's still Age of Sigmar, but she's pretty cute. You side graded from Oldham to Bolton. Right. I have a feeling it's up that way, but if you explore that way, Mr. Matt, I'll explore this way, and we'll figure out together where the hell we're supposed to go. I'll go for the long walk. Oh, dear. London was pretty friendly last time you went. I mean, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. But, like, if you go on the tube or the underground or something like that, people don't talk to each other. It's just not the done thing. It's just a bit strange. Like, I remember chatting to a lady on a train once. Like, it just so happened to be a young lady. And I thought, ooh, tasty. So I had a chat. And, like, the entire rest of the train was just dead silent. Just kind of listening to me, being like, yeah, go on. Make your move. Go on. Do it. Silently in their heads, of course, but it was... you can tell if someone's from the north in the England, because when they're on a train, they talk to other people. You're doing a Chaos playthrough, and in the Warhammer Fantasy mod for the Warband recently, changed your name to Chaos Lord Argon the Blind once you got the full armour, because you literally couldn't see past the spikes on it. Nice. So it's not this way, Mr. Matt. That's the good news. So I'll be with you soon. My wrist is starting to hurt from holding down the left click, so I'm going to switch over. There we go, to use another button. Ah, dear. What's up, Joel? Nothing better than kicking butt with a hot dwarf lady with a big gun. She's got a big something, all right. Mr. Matt's gone that way. I'll go this way. Ah.
Pressure needs to be stabilised first.
Can I not be stunned, please? Please.
No, pressure needs to be stabilised first. No, still need to wait a few moments.
Oh, stop poisoning me, you dick.
No, still need to wait a few moments.
Oh my god, they've got the same voice actress to do that bit as well. Something by the gods! Go away, poison, go away, go away.
Vital signs are weak.
Is it me or this entire map poisoned?
To wait a few moments. I must wait.
Okay, Mr. Matt's found the way.
I must wait.
Oh, well, I leveled up. Well, that's something at least. Right, I'm on my way, Mr. Matt. I'm bringing friends. Okay, the very first time I used to use the tube, the guy from B... Oh! There was a guy being robbed with a knife at the station exit. Never seen a knife crime before. Yeah, like it's... I've never witnessed a crime in London. Obviously, they're not that uncommon. There is issues. Oh God. What have you done, Mr. Man? Those guys are such hell to deal with.
Nope. Still need to wait a few moments. Nope. Still need to wait a few moments.
Right, that'll do. Can use our spacebar to do some extra damage. Ooh, I'll take that. Num 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 num. Hello. Oh, I'm full on gear, never mind. Can't be bothered to do a pit stop. Come to me, Mr. Matt, I'll save you. Come hither. Or you could just kill them all, make me look bad. Okay, there we go. We'll get all the goldy stuff. Oh, my knuckles. They're killing me. This mouse is... I'm still getting used to this mouse. And good lord, does my hand ache. Difficulty options. Game options. Normal. We are on normal. It's fairly tough, actually. Yeah, the dwarf. Some of the characters, the damage is not equal in this game. It's some of the abilities are amazing, and others are useless. There's very little sort of balance during the leveling process.
Right, I feel right now.
Right, nearly there. Nearly at the dude's lair. Oh, God. Stretch those fingers off. We're about to do it. I am Nurgle, the harbinger of a derpaderkader. So we're going to go for the south one first, Matt. So when it comes to, like, consuming the pillars. I think she looks more like she's from Age of Sigmar because the abilities and like she's got a steampunk sort of vibe going on for me, right? It's the only way I can describe it, at least. And it's that sort of steampunk aesthetic with turrets, little flame-spewting things on your shoulder without any backpack full of any flammable liquids that just, to me, is sort of more of like a steampunky sort of aesthetic. And for me, that's more Age of Sigmar. Like, it's not a bad thing, but it just doesn't remind me of Warhammer Fantasy. It reminds me more of a steampunk game. But I will say, she's pretty cool. She's pretty cool. There we go. Phase 1 down. Dack, 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 dack. Okay. Warhammer Dwarfs are always a little... Yeah, they were always a bit. She's just a bit too much, you know. Like, I think if you look at the miniatures from Games Workshop, though, even then she looks more like an Age of Sigmar dwarf to me than a fantasy engineer. But, you know, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. I mean, I was into dwarfs back in 2nd edition, though, so, you know, I'm not necessarily down even with the latest fantasy models. And it's not criticism. Oh, crap. Yeah, that nearly went badly. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Don't you die on me, Mr. Matt. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. The pain. The pain. Uh-oh. Nearly got the pillar destroyed. I think I have. Okay. We're still in this. Right, let's just kill him. There we go. Oh, God. Is Chaosbane okay now? It's definitely better than it used to be. Better than it used to be. Yeah, gyros were pushing it. Yeah. I didn't like gyrocopters in Warhammer Fantasy because for me they were inconsistent with the rest of the aesthetic. They were too steampunk. And I know dwarfs, you can argue they always were, but for me they stood out a mile from the rest of their arsenal, you know? Like, gyrocopters fit Age of Sigmar perfectly. I think they're inconsistent with Warhammer Fantasy aesthetic and canon. I don't know, just never set well with me. But maybe it's because I'm just grumpy. You know? Right, okay, so I've not loaded now. Good times. 10% for that, bit of this, bit of that. Bit of extra DACA, bit of extra stuff. Gonna have some DACA stuff. That will do. The new style of Gile, both. I think the old one. I maybe this is just me stouting my personal preferences, not like my beliefs of what they should and shouldn't have had. Because I know some people love gyrocopters. But even when I was collecting, was it 2nd edition fantasy? Might have been 3rd. Back then, I was not a fan of gyros. They just seemed to... yeah, I don't know. It seemed to be weird. Just a bit too weird. Right, so that's the end of this. For now, completely fits the lore. I mean, you could say so. For me, it was it stood out too much from the rest of the game. I don't know. And in this, I don't know. Like, I think if you just looking at her, this little thingy backpack, like the hammer and such, I just think like if you made a miniature of that, that would make sense in Age of Sigmar. This model exactly. I don't think this model could be put in Warhammer Fantasy as easily. Just looks like yeah, I don't know. That's just my view. There's a degree of subjectivity to it, and I'm sure you could probably find some old edition Dwarf engineers that do look like this. So I could well be wrong. I'm just thinking of like a Dwarf engineer model I used to have, because like the captain and the slayer, etc., and all of the others look exactly like they do. Is that the flamethrower? Is the ball that gives it the steampunk? Yeah, like this thing on a stick. I don't know, man. To me, that's a step too far. Same like the eye patch and all the other stuff. But hey, should stand out like a sore thumb in Tolkien. Well, that's true. That's true. We can all agree on that. So, guys, it's been fun. It's been magical, but we're going to call it a day there because I like to play this game in short bouts, and I want to keep some sort of sanity there for playing a little bit of endgame, although I'll probably continue to level this lady up, and we'll go from there. So have yourself a fantastic day. Thank you for stopping on by. This will be available afterwards for you to watch, so you can check it out on the YouTube and sort of leave comments, say hello, do things, tell me that I'm completely wrong about steampunk stuff and dwarfs are amazing and that I should shut up and that she's perfect. Go right ahead. See you around. Have a great day.